If you're a landlord, you know the struggle, right? The endless tracking of rent, chasing down late payments, juggling all those expenses. Well, today we're diving into a guide that says you can ditch all of that for a simple digital solution that works in seconds. And there it is, right up front. That's the core promise. It's a pretty bold claim, and it's aimed directly at anyone who's ever found themselves staring at a spreadsheet at 10 p.m., just trying to figure out who's paid up and who hasn't. So before we get to the fix, let's really dig into the problem that this whole system is designed to solve. We're talking about the chaos and, frankly, the hidden costs of doing things the old school way. I mean, that phrase right there just says it all, doesn't it? Drowning in spreadsheets. It's not just about the clunky software. It's that feeling of being totally overwhelmed. It's the stress, the constant worry that you might have missed something important. And this really breaks down that contrast perfectly. On one side, you've got the old manual way. It takes forever, it's super prone to human error, and your records are probably scattered across notebooks and different files. And on the other side, the digital promise. It's instant, it's automated, and everything you need is in one central, secure spot. Okay, so now that we're all clear on the problem, the guide pivots hard to the solution. So let's take a look at what it's actually proposing here. And here it is. The tool at the center of it all is this app, Rentmate. It's laid out as this all-in-one solution, built specifically to tackle those pain points we just talked about, managing tenants, tracking every dollar in and out, and even generating reports, all from your phone. So, the big question is, okay, how hard is it to get started? Well, according to the guide, the whole setup is broken down into a couple of incredibly simple steps. First things first, you've got to get your property into the system. This is the foundation for everything else you're going to do. And, the process looks about as straightforward as it gets. You tap a plus button, pop in a few key details like the address, and hit save. There are no complicated menus or confusing jargon you have to decipher. 10 seconds. Think about that. The guide really emphasizes this point to show you that the barrier to getting started is practically zero. This isn't some weekend project. You can do it in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee. Okay, so your property's in the system. The next logical step, of course, is to get your tenants and their lease details loaded in. And this next part poses a question that probably hits pretty close to home for a lot of landlords. It's that little voice in the back of your head constantly asking, wait, whose rent is due? Did they pay yet? And here's the answer. You just entered the lease info once, and the app takes it from there. This automation is a huge focus. No more setting calendar reminders or checking spreadsheets. The whole point is that it does the heavy lifting for you. So once you've got that initial setup out of the way, the focus shifts to the daily stuff, your regular workflow. And this is where the guide says the tool really starts to shine. See, the real magic here apparently comes from just one simple habit: logging income and expenses the moment they happen. Do that and you're creating a perfect, real-time financial snapshot of your entire operation. And the whole thing is built to be fast. A tenant pays you rent, you tap a button, log it. The hot water heater breaks and you have to call a plumber, tap, log the expense. Every single transaction gets captured and stored, building a complete history over time. So you're doing all these quick little entries day after day, and it all leads up to this, the ultimate payoff, the thing that makes it all worthwhile at the end of the year, right when tax season hits. This is the big moment. Instead of that panicked year-end scramble, digging through bank statements and shoeboxes full of receipts, you just tap a button, and you get a complete financial summary, just like that. And here's what that final report looks like. You've got every piece of the puzzle right there. All the rent payments, every maintenance cost, those repair bills, insurance, everything. It's all compiled into one clean report that you can just hand right over to your accountant. And that really brings us to the final question the guide leaves you with. It asks you to think about whether your current system, your spreadsheet or your notebook, is costing you more than just a few hours here and there. Could it be costing you actual money and missed deductions? Or even just your peace of mind? It's definitely something to think about.